1.
Mic check 1 2 1 3. We got E, we got V. We about to spill this tea.
About time you got it right.
I know.
Y'all don't never respect my
like
remixes.
every other day, it's like a different remix.
Damn, all I want to do is
but
all I ever wanted to do was be like Puffy when I grew up. Man.
Take that.
With the 50% Down syndrome mouth.
I cannot.
My bad, Puffy. You still that guy.
What's up?
Hey y'all, I missed y'all this time. I ain't gonna lie, I was getting tired of saying y'all every week for a minute, but
shade.
Throwing major shade today.
I know you tried it.
I'm sorry, I'm making up stuff.
How are you?
I am well, man. I have nothing to complain about.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great time to be alive.
How was your week?
Pretty decent week, actually. What did I do? I didn't really do much. This has been a very lax week. Chilled this weekend. I haven't really been quick to jump back out to any streets.
You recuperating from the party?
Oh no! I just been driving slow. I got in the slow lane. It's kind of hard to just run 1,000 miles an hour.
With the slow lane. I mean, we about to come. New Year's coming. New resolutions, new goals.
Do you actually do that?
I don't do resolutions. I always set quarterly goals for myself. So I don't really have to wait for the new year.
I'm gonna do this, and then come January 5th.
Yeah,
I do though. That's why I fast at the beginning of the early years. It's like a rededication to those ideas. I mean, even though I'm not really a time guy, I don't even really believe in time at all. Time is whatever you make it. Right? It's just our measuring tool for however the day or how many times the Earth revolved around the sun, however you want to. But so I'm not really a time guy. However, since that is the calendar, the new calendar year, I just use that time to kind of rededicate the whole idea all over again.
Like in January, I kind of look back on goals that I set for last year to see how far I've come. That's what I think. I kind of do that. Like, okay, I did this. Now I can carry this on to 2017, stuff like that,
Yeah, I don't do none of that. Yeah. I just go with the flow. That's probably why I ain't got my cell phone replaced yet. I haven't even had the urge to. I haven't even had the urge to. Like, really, what made me realize is that, like, a lot of my family members, like, I keep saying, send me this number. Yes. But like, I probably need to get it now because
you
like
still pay that bill.
Yeah, and then like I felt bad because my grandmother's 80th birthday, we went to visit her at the home, and my aunt, she was like, "You did not call me on my birthday," and it's because I didn't have her number, and I was just like, "Yeah, it's about time." But I broke my phone at your party.
But I feel you on that. Like, I'm not really a slave to my phone either. If it get broke, it's just broke. If it get lost, if it broke, it's lost.
But I guess because I've had my work phone, but I don't have nobody's number, so the urgency to get it, like I feel like
you better Google that.
I feel like the people who I need to reach,
got it on Google Mail.
I got, so it's just like I haven't had the urge.
I do think it's moments in time where you should put your phone away. Like, even if it's just to enjoy, like, your significant other or your friends or your family. Like, I remember one time I left my phone at home when we went out on a date. That was probably the best date because I wasn't. Like, even though we kind of make a habit when we go out to eat to not have our phones, but just to not have it that whole entire time and not really even think about, oh my God, is my mom calling, or let me check this status or something like that. I think it's.
Yeah, I agree 100% because we use the phone now and it's like a time filler. Yeah, like we can't ever have any dead space anymore. Like, but it's okay to have dead space. Yeah. Everything ain't gotta be so.
I agree.
So, like, if we sitting there bored for a second, that's fine. We kind of gathering our thoughts.
That's true.
Scrolling up and down, you ain't never really gonna get to that genuine place. I'm with it.
Especially because, like, even in meetings or just in social status, you look around and 90% of people are on their phone. They're not enjoying the party. They're not enjoying.
Y'all should have no phones at your brunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they need that social media.
They do.
That branding.
But we super excited about our in-studio guest that we have here today, Lene, and Lacey is on the way. Hopefully she makes it by the time the show is over.
Yes.
But how you ladies doing?
Good. Thank you for having us.
Of course. It's a pleasure.
Very excited to be here.
So tell us a little bit about Supremacy. Am I saying it right?
Yes.
Okay.
Supremacy presents. Our goal is to build.
Put the mic up close.
Build. Our goal is to build. It's a networking company where we throw events. Every event is different. It's like our first event was just come as your brand. So everybody wore their t-shirts that represent who they are with their brand. And so every event is different, but our goal is to connect the DMV to make us stronger. Everybody, professionals, entrepreneur professionals, hairstylists, barbers, makeup artists, models, photographers. We want everybody to build together so that we can be strong like New York, like Miami, like LA. And we want them to come to us. So that's what our goal is.
Okay, so what's your event on? It's the 20th this weekend, right?
Sunday. Yes.
Sunday. So tell us a little about the beauty brunch.
The beauty brunch bazaar. Yes, we are very excited about that. We have food brunch by Charisma, Chef Charisma.
Chef Charisma was at the baby shower this weekend. Our shrimp and grits was the bomb. Dickie's baby shower this weekend.
You had shrimp and grits? Yeah, they're on the menu.
And she was here in the studio.
Shout out to Charisma.
She brought us some gifts to the studio as well.
Yes. So
yeah, she can definitely cook her butt off.
Y'all heard it. So we have her. We have bottomless mimosas. Everybody loves that. That's gonna get everybody to talking. We're gonna have a lot of networking games where we get the room together. We don't want people to be in this corner, that corner. We want everybody to mingle.
Absolutely.
We want you to find 3 people that you don't follow and follow them. Find out what they do. We have vendors. We have a special vendors that Joviki. She does hair, nail polish, vegan nail polish, actually.
Oh, I love it.
So,
can I get a second?
Sure, please.
What the hell is vegan nail polish?
Probably the stuff that she uses, like all natural.
All natural.
Oh, like the chemicals.
So there's meat and nails polish.
I mean, there is.
Help me understand. I don't know. This is new.
You never know the chemicals and the things that are in these products that we are using. So for her to have something that's all natural, vegan, it's pretty special.
Absolutely, absolutely. Never heard of vegan nail polish.
I mean, it's different.
Because I don't eat nail polish per se. I mean, no judgment to whoever else eats it, but
you play. It's
not meant like
it's not like vegan. He's trying to be the devil's advocate.
Yes, definitely. And our event is actually hosted by Ashley Demi. She's one of the media personalities for WPGC 95.5.
Okay.
So we're very excited to have her. We have Blake Porter as one of our vendors. She has an online boutique. It's for professional women with personality, how she says it. We have Bye Bye Blemishes. They have a vendor table. She has 100% natural skincare line. So moisturizers, toners, cleaners, everything. Our event is sponsored by Crystal Salon and Spa. Not sure if you guys are familiar with her, but she has 2 salons, one in Largo, one in Clinton. And she's one of our major sponsors. We have Gift of Geisha. So anybody that has she does all customized gifting.
Okay.
And it is
nice.
It's very, very, very nice.
Baby shower,
holiday
season.
I'm totally here for the idea of unifying the DMV. This is I'm excited about what you guys got going on. It's a great idea. The different parties, that's a great idea. I wish y'all the best in whatever it is that y'all do. I'm trying to get tagged in too. However y'all, absolutely.
Definitely.
So y'all let me know what I need to do to
get you
to
a
where
ticket.
y'all at.
You get
easy.
You get it.
I definitely want to come.
Easy.
We want y'all there too.
So that's November the 20th.
It's Sunday.
So where can I get tickets?
Tickets are online, or you can meet us anywhere. Me, Sierra, Lacey, we all have tickets on us at all times.
Oh, no.
Also in all of our Instagram links.
You got something to do.
Cancel it.
Look how my sister looking at me.
He said, "Oh no,
he's so busy. I mean, this might be moving and shaking." He's like got 5 businesses.
The jack of all trades.
Yes.
Something like it.
Renaissance black man sitting right here.
Something like it. I try. Just a wee bit. But this is all leisure. I actually got tickets to the game Sunday, so that's.
It's okay.
Well, but I'm loving it. I'm loving what y'all doing.
So the next
Absolutely.
Right, because they've had a couple.
Because what y'all doing embodies what Spilling the Tea tries to do. Like that's what we all about. We about unifying the process of going forward. Promoting each other. That's exactly what we're about.
Absolutely.
So that's a good idea. We gotta make sure that we link that to hip.
If you go to
Definitely.
eventbrite.com and type in Beauty Brunch Bazaar, you will definitely see where the gift tickets as well.
And they are $30.
Which is very good for brunch and
bottomless
mimosas.
Right.
There you go.
For
That's pretty much what it is.
I've seen 75 and up,
Yeah.
for different networking events.
And
So
it
that's
gives you
really
access
good
to all these vendors in the area that you could bring in and do something in your private home and have your own private party. They're open to it all. So
Absolutely.
great chance to network.
That's what's up. So where can people find you? What's your social media?
Planet Lene, and that's LANEA, and that's on everything. Planet Lene, Twitter, Snap, Instagram, planetlene.com as well.
Okay,
perfect. And we'll get more into questions about like the branding and where you guys with it, idea when Lacey come.
Definitely.
Okay.
All right. So we see you got a little clutch on the purse, right? And you just like still sitting up. Well, we about to get ready to spill his tea. So what you need to do is go ahead and let your shoulders drop back to that seat for a little bit. We got a few topics though. We definitely would hope that you guys would stay around, and we're going to get to spilling the tea.
Y'all ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, so we all know President-elect Trump was elected and we talked about it last week. But
pray for your president, man.
We don't want to dwell too much on that. We really want to talk about is these young adults. I don't like to say kids because they're young adults. Some of course they're not even old enough to vote. So the decisions that us adults make are impacting them as well. So the way they are speaking out is by walking out of school in class and protesting. I think it's happened at some universities as well. I know Towson University did a walkout.
Wilson did a walkout.
So, and then we had the high school by not too far from where I live at, they walked out and they blocked the whole street. So my thing is I was talking to my supervisor about it because her son's school, they sent the notification to the parents letting them know that it was the children had planned this. And from talking to her about it, it seemed like the school kind of supported it and they were letting the kids they were gonna let them do it, especially because they sent out the communication. So I asked her how she felt about it, and she said she had a talk with her son. I think he's a sophomore or a junior, and she said that she wanted to get an understanding as to why he was doing it. And Mark we have had this conversation before. Like he said, if he has a conversation with his daughter and it's something she agree with it, she got to give a valid argument as to why she disagrees with it. It can't just be like, oh, well, I don't think that's right, Dad. And she don't tell him why she don't think it's right. So, because I kept saying, I think a lot of kids are just going to walk out because they can and don't know take advantage of it. But you had kids that walked out and they marched to the Trump International Hotel downtown. So when I was watching the news, I was actually taken about how much these young adults actually knew what was going on, and they was able to actually have a conversation and say exactly how they felt and why they were out there marching. So I think she said she was proud of her son. She said because he was actually able to sit and tell me why he felt the way he felt, and he wasn't doing it just to follow the trend or do what his classmates were doing. So we kind of just wanted to get everyone's input and spill some tea on, your thoughts on these young kids walking out of school.
So again, man, every week, like I get pulled into a conversation that really is just healthy. I feel like, first of all, I think one of our biggest problems is that we always avoid conversation. Especially me, I get the beef for being argumentative, but really, I just like to have both sides of the conversation wide open, so that when you know what you think, or if you give me what you think, then that's exactly how you feel. And I had this conversation with one of my friends. He went live and he was saying, well, and his perspective was definitely respected because he's an actual police officer, and he came from the perspective of the opposite of what you're saying, that there was a lot of kids that was just like, I'm skipping school just to skip school. And you got to understand that comes along with the territory.
Yeah, that's a given.
And so he was like, he's saying, when you protest to change things, and this won't change who the president is. And it was, like I said, it was a great dialogue. And I totally understood what he was saying. But my thing is this, especially with the youth right now, if we could think back to the first time we even had any kind of political movement it probably was when we was like 26, 27. Never at an age where we couldn't even vote. We were never really that engaged into anything. And one of the points that I use as far as those knuckleheads that just took the day off, right? I don't really even think that's a wrong thing. And the reason being is because when they do drugs, right, or when they do syrup or anything like that, they pretty much doing it because it's the cool thing to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And after they get addicted after that, it was based on them trying to be cool initially. They may not have known the repercussions of what was going to happen after you tried lean or if you got on ecstasy or Molly or whatever. But the repercussions are what they are. And so even those youngins who took off school and they couldn't say nothing more than fuck Trump, right? That's okay with me because that shows, first of all, that you engage. If it's to a minimal extent, fine.
Right.
No one knows where that growth will come from. I remember going to the Million Man March this year, which was kind of like, honestly, and listening to what Farrakhan said, a lot of what he was saying and from the prophetic perspective is coming into fruition. And he was talking about the place where nobody's really sitting down and sitting back anymore. It's just not that time.
And it's so funny you say that because I was saying, like, you know how they saying they're having these KKK rallies and, you know, all of these, I don't want to say right. These ignorant acts have been happening. The swastikas on the side of buildings. You got the kids in school saying build a wall to the Latino children. You got, you know, you got kids walking through, white kids walking places saying white power and things like that. And the thing is, like, you know, nothing against the people that stood before us, but we're not going for that shit. Right. Like it's not to say that they are supposed to fear us, you know, like because they're not scared of us, just like we're not scared of them. So at the end of the day, it's kind of like that ain't gonna fly with us. This is not the type of generation that we just gonna sit back and get lynched and sit back and get called a nigger to our face and not not say nothing back. It's just like we not going for that. And so I think that what's so funny is like when I read the comments, I don't know about y'all, but like when I go to news websites and the stories, I read the comments before I actually even watch the hit.
It depends on where I'm at spiritually.
So sometimes I read
don't take me off my rocker.
I read the comments and I just be, you know, they say it's the liberals. They're doing this to try to make it seem like it's Trump. These people are literally ignorant as fuck. That you actually think that, and I'm not saying that it may not happen when you have somebody who say, oh, I'm going to say this is a Trump supporter when it's actually one of us. I don't know. But that's their rebuttal for everything. Like, it's just like in my mind, I'm like, they can't possibly think that this shit is okay. Like, it just blows my mind how ignorant, even with the mayor in West Virginia saying that Michelle Obama looks like an ape in heels. But she's saying I'm not a racist. How the hell do you think that that's not a racial term? Go ahead.
I'm all for the comedy, right? Michelle is a little monkey-ish in the face.
Anyways, my opinion about the subject is...
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. I think she's sexy, but she got a little chimp going on.
But I don't think she meant it like she actually looked like a monkey. I
understand, though. I understand.
But go ahead.
But I'm here for the comedy, though. I'm here for the build a wall joke, too. That was pretty funny. I'm not racist at all.
Joke was semi-funny, but, you know... I think that, I support it 100% as long as they're doing it in a safe way. You know what I mean? Because there's been incidents where they saw a young man with a Trump support shirt on and they beat him up. Right. You know what I mean? So in the aspect of like bullying people for their own opinion, I don't agree with. But if you're standing for something and this is something you really, really are passionate about, as long as it's safe and it's not causing any type of confusion or being disruptive, I'm game for it because I think it's something that's positive. And if they're all coming together, I don't see why it's an issue. But they are saying that they want them to stop.
Yeah, and with that being said, that goes back to the same point that I always try to make, and that's the responsibility of the older generation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, get behind the youngest. Don't tell them what they do. Because if you always tell them, if when they don't move, you tell them, oh, y'all not moving. Then when they do move, you say y'all moving for the same thing. Yeah. But so every time they put up a jumper, you move in the basketball court. That's not how we got to do it. Yeah. Because that's what creates that separation. That's what create that generational separation where you don't understand the youngin and the youngin don't understand you. It is your role to not only get behind them, but guide them as well. You know what I'm saying? And if you at an age where you older and you can see the ignorance, but you don't understand it enough to help guide it, or at least put positive words to it.
Oh my God!
Part of the problem.
Spilling it today, brother. I swear, you're not starting the pot today. Because I swear I was just having this conversation. The thing is, these kids are not dumb. They act like these kids don't have common sense. They can read. They can comprehend. They watch TV. They have iPads. They on Facebook. They watch the news. They hear their parents speak. So what makes us as adults or some of these political affiliates think that these kids don't know exactly what it is that they're standing for? I don't get that.
The millennials is our ticket. I'm trying to tell you.
It's just like
because they don't have. I'm sorry to cut you off, but they don't have that ceiling that we was all raised with some sort of a ceiling. Mm-hmm. Don't talk bad about religion. Don't question this. Mm-hmm. Don't question that.
Don't talk back to adults.
Right. They don't got that. They like, listen, 100%. It's easy to figure out what's right. What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. It's pretty easy. I don't have to take all of these stupid ass words surrounding it. I don't have to believe any of this shit. And that's the beautiful thing about them. Now, that could easily go left really, really fast. Yeah. But as of right now, it's what we got. And so what we need to figure out how to do is get behind that idea, because it's a beautiful thing. And like I said, the old heads they fear it. And they fear it because they was born into a box. You know what I'm saying? Your grandmother really, everything that she was taught was still a box. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? People didn't start questioning textbooks until, early 90s. Like, oh no, why is it this in the textbook? Why? Mm-hmm. So all they got, all the knowledge they got, even if they got college education, it was box learning.
The comments are going so fast, I can't keep up. So we're gonna try to read them, y'all. I'm sorry. China Harris, she said that her daughter walked out and she was very proud of her.
Go daughter. I thought I seen my daughter.
They said you should have seen the comments about our children because they protest. Yeah, it was just a lot of ignorant things being said, and it's just. And the thing was, it wasn't just black kids out here.
Oh no!
I don't want to keep saying kids. Black young adults out here, mind you. You have. It was multicultural. You had a lot of people out here standing for what they feel is right. And granted, it may not change anything, but I think that their voices were heard.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'll tell you another thing. I'm rapping like shit because I definitely want to pass the mic around. But two things. One, this era of especially the millennials, right, is probably the least racist era ever.
Yeah. That's right.
Period. Like, this is the least racist. And so while we always put all this energy into the fact that racism still exists, and that was the 1 point. And the 2 point is because I'm going to try to save my man just a little bit, right? Lil Wayne, right? Who I turned my back on because he talked that ignorant shit, right? But I do understand one thing about the power of words, and whatever you put energy to, then of course that's what's going to manifest.
Oh, the power of life and death is in the tongue. Absolutely, and people don't even know it.
Absolutely. and so when we sit here, right, and we always, every time there's a platform, or every time we talking about, or every time we got somebody famous, if every time we put them in front of the mic, we force them to talk about racism, then we again are giving racism a little more power. And so I know that the nigga Lil Wayne is smart, and I know he a little smarter beyond
what he displayed.
Second dimension knowledge, because of course what he was doing was he was high, first of all, and then he was just trying to he was doing his high version of diverting the energy, right? Which was, oh no, I don't see it, and my fans don't see it either, right? Good, because your fans are young. You should say that. You should definitely put in that air that is not there no more. So that's it. I'll just make it a little point because that's my man. And it's real hard for me to hate the nigga. You understand what I'm saying? So
but it's like the second time he done said it, though.
It's definitely the second time he said it.
Yeah.
It's definitely ignorant as shit.
Do y'all have anything to say in reference to that topic?
I do.
Oh, we finally have Lacey here. Miss Holy Hair Extraordinaire herself is in the building. So what are your thoughts on the young adults protesting?
I love it. I definitely agree with the millennials. Like, they speak their mind, they have no fear, and they go for what they want, and I think our generation, we have 50% of that. We have fear because we know our history. They don't teach history anymore in school. So now they're making their history and they're going off of the things that are happening every day in life. And then the music doesn't help, but it helps. You know what I'm saying? Right. So and that's why you have so many poetics, teenagers, and their schools are putting together these little rap groups for them to voice their opinions about what's going on with them and things that they like to do, because there's nowhere else for them to voice it. So now that the protest is happening, it's like, I'm going to get my mouth, I'm going to get my word in.
Absolutely.
And it's so crazy. Like when Obama was elected in 2008, they had dummies lynched from trees and burning and things like. And in 2012, it wasn't just in 2008. It was in 2012 when he was reelected. And you compare to how they're protesting Trump's election, two totally different ways of voicing your opinions.
Absolutely.
Yep. And it's just like you dealing with high school kids, college kids who are what, 20, 21, 22?
Well, like 18.
Yeah, and you dealing with 21. High school kids who are more mature than some of these adults.
Yep.
But you gotta understand one thing too, as far as the supremacy or white supremacy. I hate even calling it that, because that's acknowledging that something is supreme over me. So, so when we talking about those other people, you gotta realize one thing. If you ask them what the problem is, you will immediately hear fear, right? Fear, like they scared that they gonna get the same shit that they gave out, right? They scared that whatever grip they got, and a lot of these motherfuckers don't have shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all they really got is that shit. I'm better than a nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's it.
That's it.
And that's it. I seen a little documentary of this small town in West Virginia where where they voted like 98% for Trump. And it was a mayor in the same little town or whatever. And he was running he's like, look, I'm trying to clean this whole little town up. It's horrible what they did to it. And a lot of them was like, it was this one old guy. He's like, oh yeah, you're a Democrat? Oh no. Just straight like that. Like, your town poor, right? And anybody who come through, really, they coming through to suck up your little, whatever y'all got left, whatever little resources y'all got left. And you got a dude who from here, family from here, worked in the coals. And your first thoughts process is, nah, I'm just not even ready for the going forward. All I got left is that I'm better than a nigga, for real. That's what it sounds like to me. And so the beautiful thing about this is that's dying out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to be real hard for these, and don't get me wrong, these bloodlines they bloodlines. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. They're going to breed the ignorance. That is what it is. And it ain't going to be no change in that. But the army against that ignorance is getting longer and stronger. Yeah. And in a day where we got presidents when we got the president that made the mistake, admit that mistake, it's a time we're going to come where this mass incarceration going to have to be pulled up. It's not going to be a choice. It was already deemed by the person who made that a mistake, that it is a mistake. It's the time coming. So that's one thing that, and again, like I said, man, just watching, just in this past 4 years, the growth to me is amazing. And like you said, in the music, the growth in the music is amazing. I mean, we got like the Kendricks and the J. Cole's. I mean, we got out the comments. We got quality shit out here. So while you sitting there talking about the mumble rappers, that's you putting the energy into it. It's out here. The music out here, and and as soon as you say some stupid shit, we ain't with it no more. So you can coon if you want to, we ain't with it no more. Ain't nobody going to the movie no more. You know what I'm saying? You want to coon, we're not going to the movie. It's just straight like that. It's a new day, and I'm proud of the new day, and I'm proud of the millennials.
I'm a millennial in my mind.
Yeah, I'm halfway in.
I'm a millennial in my mind.
I'm halfway in, halfway out.
I'm trying to embrace this 30-something. Life is hard, man.
So now that we have Lacey in the building, we wanted to talk to you guys about, like, where did Supremacy Presents come from? Like, where did the brand come from? Where do you guys see yourself in 5 years? Just give us a background.
Just to go back, I like you said something about supremacy and white supremacy, and it really made me think on why we chose Supremacy. You know what I'm saying? The name, because it's strong. It has a strong meaning behind it. Supreme, period, top notch, superior. King, queen, all of that. So when we chose Supremacy, that's exactly what we were going for, to show the strength behind entrepreneurs and people who are go-getters and want more in life and want more for themselves, and you know what I'm saying, and to bring it all together, because we're so separated but we're together, so it's like we really need to come together, especially in the entrepreneurship world.
Absolutely.
You know, so 5 years, we're going to be huge. Like, we're going to be in LA, we're going to be in DC. I mean, of course, DC, but New York, Atlanta, Europe. You know, I love Europe. So, like, in 5 years, we definitely want it to, we see it being like a huge networking base and working with other networking based companies to really bring out the millennials who really want to work for themselves but really don't know where to start. They're falling down, falling into the wrong alleys or meeting the wrong people, but starting off just because of the social media world, you know what I'm saying, like the stuff that happens behind there, like actually meeting the right people, because it's always who you know, not what you know.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So you meet the right person, that person could take you to the next right person, and that person could take you to the next right person.
6 degrees of separation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
So we're going to take a really quick break just to regroup so we can fill you in on what we're going to talk about next. Okay. And we'll be back in like 2 minutes, y'all.
All right, so this real easy, right? It's November the 16th. We all got our coats on. You want to know why we got our coats on? It's getting a little chilly outside, right? I think it's getting a little chilly outside. And so y'all know what that means. Tis the season.
To what? Get a boo?
Nope, not for eating stuffing. Not for gifts of loving. It's the season of cuffing.
Okay.
Bars.
Oh, Lord.
Bars.
Lord. So what about this cuffing season?
So of course we know what cuffing season is, but I don't know if the rules are clear.
Okay.
It's rules to cuffing season?
It has to be rules to everything.
Okay.
What's rule number 1?
Well, I don't have all the rules, so this has to be a joint.
Okay, so you give me what would you consider a rule of cuffing season?
Number 1 rule to cuffing season.
Right. Okay.
If you got a girlfriend, then your summer fling and your winter thing is your all the time situation. So you're excluded.
Okay.
There's no cuffing season. You cuff all
the way. I agree.
2. If there's more than one boo, you must appoint days and stick with your schedule. I don't know that to be true. Hold on. Let me go to this little page.
Lord, was it a cuffing season?
It is a cuffing season
article. It's a rule book.
Absolutely.
Stop it.
Oh my goodness,
I can't wait to hear.
Home activities is a must.
Lord, so no outdoor activities at all.
Absolutely. I don't think they mean that. That's just it.
Okay.
I think that you gotta be able. If it's cuffing season and this is your cuffed one.
Your cuffed one. Okay.
Then y'all gotta be able to sit the fuck in the house.
Okay.
Snow, rain, sleet.
So we kind of gotta be that person that you trust in your home.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this. So when we have snowstorms,
hold on. First of all, can I not be the cuffing season expert?
But wait, my question is this. So when it's cuffing season, right, and you have a snowstorm, so to speak, how do you determine who you want to get snowed in with?
The one that you trust in your house. The one that you want to. I
think it should be based on the one who you know won't get on your nerves.
Yeah, and that too.
Yeah. It's gotta be somebody you know fine with.
I'm not going to lie.
The one that gets tired of seeing their face.
That's all you're gonna be doing is eating.
Most snowstorms, you only snowed in for what, 5 days?
At a minimum.
That's a long time.
That's a very long time.
I need the one that could cook.
Times 5.
And got the wettest box. Not gonna lie. Because I need to lose a couple of rounds, so when you blow me, I'm gonna be like, but I gotta get back though, because I lost, because I tapped out early.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying that's my own situation. I need the best box. I need to be around that joint. You ready today?
I cannot.
I need to lose a couple rounds. If I'm gonna dominate, then I'm gonna try to get tired real quick.
You the whole time.
It's all good though.
It's all good because she gonna feed you.
She gonna cook
multiple ways.
And that shit, we gonna split splash and take a bath. Absolutely, I'm there for that.
And so when she get on your nerves, then what?
Y'all go in separate rooms.
First of all, everybody know the rules. You gotta have get your eggnog, get your little weed if you smoke, and then you just get rid of that shit. Come back. Get me mad. I need to get back anyway. Let me get there. Say it again.
I just think it's bad. I think that it has to be something like everyone else said, somebody who won't get on your nerves. Being stuck in the house with somebody for a long period of time, that shit is annoying after a while. You get cabin fever. You're ready to get out of the house in general. And then when you and if you stuck in the house with somebody who don't have no personality, who's boring, who got an attitude problem, whether it's a female or dude, or it's just like, I'm stuck in here.
But I'm really, contrary to popular belief.
You will dig yourself out.
I got to go. Uber or somebody that's
What do you base it on?
I don't know. Take it this way because I gotta think about it. I haven't had that season open for a while.
She gonna sip. You gotta say I'm sipping my tea.
Sipping.
I mean, even if you are in a relationship, it's just like
one.
Yeah, when you're in a relationship, it's the same thing. You know your partner, you know your spouse, so you know. Okay, look. You go in there for a little couple, and I
stay know about your space.
I got another rule.
What's another
Somebody
rule?
said you making this up as you go along.
No pregnancy.
That's a part.
Absolutely no pregnancy. That's the couple rule.
Most babies.
Hell yeah, that's a great rule. If she's just a cuff, we should not be. No, we should not.
But that's why a lot of somebody said. You need to be down with helping shovel the driveway. I'm not shoveling shit.
I like that.
I'm what to do.
Go work on the muscles and come back and power up, baby.
Yes, something. I mean, it depends. I was.
I don't need no help. I'm trying to do that by myself.
I had to get out the house. I just needed to do something.
Helping him, but me doing it by myself? No.
I was helping.
Oh, I pay somebody walk.
We got a rule on the go. We got a rule on the go live that say every hour give them 2 feet. That's a good idea. That's how you get rid of that whole
tension.
You getting on my nerve joint.
Okay.
Okay, so then when does cuffing season end? March, April?
April showers. After April showers, it's a wrap. You can still cuff during the rain season, monsoon. It's a little bit because that's day party season too, so it kind of like overlap because day parties.
Slow down come April.
Yeah, once the day party started,
I ain't cold no more.
That's
what you hit them with. Yeah. I ain't cold no more.
Which brings another good point. It has to be a minimal to how many cuffing seasons you could spend. Like you can't just have the same cuffing. You can't have the same cuff partner every damn winter. Like it's gonna get confusing. It's gonna get confusing. It just is what it is. You gonna break one of the don'ts. You gonna get her pregnant. Something gonna happen with it.
Yeah, you kind of gotta switch it up.
Yeah, at least every other. I don't know if we can do back-to-back cuffing seasons. I don't know.
You know what I hate though?
Keep going. You're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna fall in love.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're in love.
Oh, so
keep going.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know if cuffing season should be the start.
It's gonna be bridal showers after them April showers.
Woo! Somebody act like they got the snapper over there. They like out the cuffing season, nigga ain't going nowhere. Really, the next season is my season. Yeah, yeah, that's what I got out of that scenario right there.
That is too funny.
It is.
Cuffing season.
So what about kids though? What if you got kids? How does that work?
I don't have them, so I don't know.
Well, you
send them in the room?
I don't know. What do you do?
I'm not.
Hey.
I don't know.
She pleading the fifth in a mother over there.
What do you do with the kids? I guess they go in there.
Yeah, I don't. But shit though.
Maybe when you got kids, maybe you don't get.
But who want to be fully clothed during cuffing season? Like, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I guess if you in a relationship, it may be different versus if you
you walk around.
I'm just trying. It is my job to cover the bases of this topic.
That sounds like you.
So you probably need someone without any children.
Yeah.
That gotta be a rule. That gotta be a rule. No children.
Listen, I don't participate in cuffing season. Barack Obama voice, smooth criminal voice.
You play too much.
Lonnie B says hi, Lacey.
Hi,
Love
Lonnie.
you.
Lonnie B, man, listen, we don't read Lonnie B texts on.
He said, "Mark, shut up."
Good morning.
Good morning, bitch.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Why Lonnie inbox me talking about I look like Wesley Snipes when I pop? Pat him up.
We love Lonnie on this show.
Yes. Lonnie's on his network as well. His show is Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yes.
Don't give him no shout out. Don't shout out.
Oh, you hear that, Lonnie?
Yeah, man, I already told him. He already know. I gave him bars too. Yeah, but I ain't gonna say I'd rather you be here. I see you when I see you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You roommate.
So let's talk about blended families, right? So I know
next topic.
Everyone has sent a picture and a video of Alicia Keys and her new song.
I ain't seen it or heard the song.
I only heard bits and pieces. I like the song too. And then you also are aware of Kevin Hart and his situation with his now wife and his ex-wife, and they have a blended family as well. I guess that was my topic. To me, it's interesting that people are giving them backlash. I understand why, because they were considered the home wrecker. Mm-hmm. So I get it. But at the same time, it's like, wouldn't you be happy that you have someone that's, to me, that's going to be there for your children and provide for them and give you that support? Because it's hard being a parent. I mean, I feel like if you have someone that's there that you know that's a good parent, what's the problem?
But why do people want them to beef so hard?
Why do you want them to hate each other?
Yeah, I mean, Kevin Hart and his wife have been divorced for some time now. So has Swiss Beats and Mashonda. They've been divorced for some. People move on, and the fact that she was able to forgive him and embrace the union, they have a child together, so the child is going to be around her. And I think that's an adult like thing to do. So I don't know why people expect for them to have this type of beef or something like that.
But why is that the mentality anyways though? But I
think that's just people faking for social media, because if the shoe was on the other foot, you don't know. People just get Twitter fingers. They get behind these phones and computers and talk all this shit, but you don't know what you would do if the situation was you. I think that the fact that they've both been able to, because I know when Kevin Hart's ex-wife was on the Hollywood Exes, she still had a little animosity then, and she explained why. Like, she was just like, I supported him when he worked at Shoe City, and when he blew up, he just basically was like, fuck her. And I get why she was mad. And then the fact that he has able to acknowledge that he wasn't mature enough and he apologized, and and they've been able to move forward, I commend him. Now, one thing that one of my sisters brought up was that he had bought her a truck, right? Kevin Hart bought the ex-wife a truck. And she was just saying, I don't know, my dude would have an issue if my ex-husband bought me a truck, but I look at it like he bought her the truck
for her family,
for the family.
It wasn't for you.
And if you have the income to support, then why not?
Exactly. Like, he should make sure she's in a nice house, because that's where his kids will be laying their heads. Like, why not provide financial stability for his children? We definitely
not shooting at the same basket that Kevin Hart shooting at. He getting a lot of money.
A
truck ain't nothing but a toss in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As far as the topic, I think we are a product of what we see the most, right? Yeah. And so and that's that same box thinking where we don't really take the time to like realize that that's stupid. Like, sometimes you just gotta call shit what it is. If we all people, right? So there's no way that I can just all the way hate you, right? Yeah. If I work to not hating you, and and I think that should be everybody. That's why I always talk that govern yourself shit. Like, if you got people on your list that you hate, go down that list and start scratching them off. I don't hate them no more because I really got over that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you got to do. Because that's a one person thing.
That's growth. When you hate somebody, when you get over something, and that person hasn't even apologized for it.
Absolutely.
It's pretty much you just being able to it's hard to move on from something when especially a person hasn't and especially when they haven't even allowed you to actually forgive them, because they still continue to do shit for you to harbor those feelings when you're trying to move on forward, but for some reason they keep latching on and trying to make your life miserable. So I mean, I commend them. I don't see anything wrong with it, and the fact that people find something wrong with everything nowadays.
It's like, why does everything have to be so divided? You know what I mean? Like, why does it?
Because at the end of the day, it's for they have children in the mix, so you gotta at least try to do what's right for the kids. Even as adults, if y'all don't get along behind closed doors. The moment you're in front of those kids and they see happiness, that should be it.
Absolutely.
When you expose them to, it messes up what they or helps what they turn into. They might pick up on those natural feelings and don't notice it. As they get older, they're like, "Oh yeah, my mom and dad used to do this kind of thing. This is what I don't want, but I'm doing it."
But so then, what do you think about like? So when it comes to they have a step parent, how do you feel about? What do you think is it wrong for them to call them mom or dad, or do you know like is it an issue with those type of yeah? But I wanted to get your opinion.
I had a stepfather. I called him dad. Yeah, like, he raised me. You know what I'm saying? I don't see an issue with if someone is actually showing you that kind of love and attention and affection to make them, to stand in that role that they're playing because they're married and you have to play that role. Why not?
I don't think it should be forced on this.
Yeah, it should be forced. Definitely. It should just be natural. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a client. Her stepmother raised her. She calls her mom.
Right.
And she has her mother.
I think it's on I think it's all on the dynamics of how.
I'm gonna tell you like
but
this.
But your daughter's in your.
My daughter calling nigga daddy, right? Here's the thing. I'm busting somebody's ass. I'm not comfortable with this shit at all. Don't get me wrong, right? Like a lot of the topics that we've had, there's been an evolution. You know, I've grown into several topics. This is still one that I'm just not with the shit, right? My daughter, 9 years old, she got a father, right? And whoever else, if her mother gets married, guess what that is? Her stepfather.
So what would you tell her to call her by his first name?
Or make up a name.
Well, that's just on their relationship. I don't really have if he say call me, if she call him Mr. John, and he say call me John, Johnny, whatever the fuck, right?
But that's not no Daddy John.
Dad is not an option.
Father John.
Unless he work within the church.
So how do you feel about
that?
I feel like it's based on the situation because I think that it happens different times in the children's life. Like their mother might not be there at 2,
right? And that's a whole nother scenario.
But I feel like if the father is in the child's life, I don't feel like they should call him dad.
Hey, no, it's
a negative. I've had stepmom and stepfather. I never.
My stepmother, I call her by her first name. But my sister, when my mother married my father, my sister's father is very actively in her life. She knows that's her dad. But when my dad and my mom got married, my older sister called him Daddy Pete. But it was out of reach. Like, that's what she chose to do. And my father was fine with that. Her father was fine with that.
But like, Daddy Pete is a little different.
What's different about it? It's just an initial. It's just a P.
I'm just
Daddy Pete.
I need a second.
I think
that doesn't matter to know who her father is.
It's situation by situation, really.
I feel like in its very simplest term, right? The term daddy means that I nutted your little ass out.
What?
And I took care of you. So that's why you're going to call me daddy. He ain't do that. So don't call him that.
No, but what if he's actually doing the things that a dad do?
Well,
like,
and
he got 2 dads.
I said a situation on this particular topic.
Providing financially.
On this particular topic.
Okay.
I chose
particularly
to tickle. Tickle me, Elmo. On this particular topic.
That Mark is crazy.
I'm not with the shits.
You say you wouldn't want to be called mom if you was dating someone. I mean, if you were married to someone and they had a child.
Either. No. I wouldn't either.
It doesn't matter to me, and I'm gonna stand by that 100%. It really doesn't, because if I'm providing that mother figure and I'm doing all those things, of course I'm gonna let him or her decide if they want to call me mom or Vicky or whatever. Yeah. And if she chooses to call me mom, I'm not gonna say you can't call me mom because you're.
I'm not saying that. I wouldn't say that, but I think I would be uncomfortable. Yeah, I would not say don't call me mom, but I would feel a little uneasy. It wouldn't sit. I think I would get probably used to it after a while, but in the beginning,
I definitely think
I would be uneasy. It would just be like,
yo.
Especially if me and that mother are not on good terms.
Word of my mother,
that's
sir.
One thing.
that, you know.
I have to be on good terms.
So I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, word of my mother, son. I got heat for daddy number 2. That's word of my mother. Fuck you talking about.
Okay, so would you allow someone else to call you dad? That's the question mark.
No.
So you would tell the child, don't call me dad.
To me, that's confusing. And to me, that just brings separation.
I have no problem. I have no problem with explaining exactly what I explained right now in my I'm talking to a child voice.
And how would you explain?
I did not birth you. I am a
So you have to birth somebody before they become
let me tell you,
mom or dad?
To me, that's what a dad
but
is.
It's people that foster children and adopt children all day long.
Okay, well,
surrogates. I mean,
that's very understood.
So would you say raising a child will make you a father?
I think that is a very clear statement. If you have a foster child that you raise, you are that child's dad.
I didn't birth you, so that's what you're going to tell him why he can't call you or she can't call you father.
So
because you're not raising that child to be your own. Is that what you're saying?
I would love that child as if it's my own, but I personally respect that man, right? Exactly. That man, whoever that man is, that's just my choice. I have a choice, and my choice is that I will respect that guy. And whoever that guy is, whether he's good or bad, it's not my role to sass him if he's wrong, and it's not my role to try to be him either. My role is to be me. And guess who I am? Your mother's guy, so that's what I'll be to you.
So, but why is that considered disrespect, though?
It's not disrespect to whatever. Your idea is your idea. It's disrespectful to my. I'm just not with the shit. Like every time I say it, my underarm starts sweating.
You mean like it's just my child? My daughter to their father?
Well,
I'm just saying, me personally.
He said he out of respect for the father. So I'm saying, how is that?
I don't think the equal opposites in this scenario is that it's disrespectful. I just think that that's not my role. That's not my place. I can be the same. I can be just as good no matter what you call me. If you call me Mr. Mark, I can still be like your daddy. And then when you get to the 17 or when you grow up and you understand it, I'll still feel the same love if you say he was like my father or he was my father. Yeah. I'm okay with all of that. That is fine. That is what it is. That is putting in the work to be what you are, and that's you making an impact. But there's a person that conceived you, right? And I'm okay with respecting that life process. That's just me personally. And again, when I think about it from my own self, that's why I treat it how I treat it on going out. Because again, when I think like my underarm sweating like shit right now. I'm not hot. It's just pissing me off at the thought that my daughter even says, "Daddy," and she ain't talking about me. I got straps for second fathers, me. Word to my mother.
I mean, I get it though. I get it. I agree with him too. That I just think with me, it's a matter of. I don't think I would be comfortable. Like it just be like it's just, and I mentioned that especially if I'm not cool with the mother, but I think it's like it's still out of respect for that mother that if their child call me mommy, I would feel like I don't know if I would actually say don't call me mommy, but I wouldn't feel comfortable.
Right, and I can't say that I'll be. Well, I can. I definitely, but I don't have no problem with shuffling the words though.
But I think that's a conversation maybe I would have with the father and let him have with the child. Like I don't think I would say to the child it's themselves like don't call me mommy. I think I would go and say, hey, look, he or she call me mom, and I'm not comfortable with it, and I would let the father address that.
But with the topic being blended parenting, though, right? When is it a line or
if that's my boy? When we married, maybe it's something different. But if this is somebody,
because I was gonna say, when does that pathway get cut off? When does the relationship just become direct? Like
because when I get married to that man, his kids become mine.
Okay.
So that's my son, that's my daughter. But if it's somebody I'm dating and I'm saying I really don't have much say so in how they're being raised. You know what I mean? That's just my boyfriend's son or my boyfriend's daughter. But if I'm married to this man, that's my husband, and their child come to our home and I'm contributing to their upbringing, that's my child. So at that point, if I'm mommy and daddy, it's okay. But if that's just my boyfriend or some guy I'm seeing and we hang out and I have a relationship with that child and then it turns into mommy, I'm not comfortable with that. I don't knock nobody who does it, but I'm saying for me, it's just like I wouldn't feel comfortable. It would just make me a little uneasy.
So the blended parenting thing is the same thing like with the Swiss Beats and them. Is if if your idea is of supreme spirituality, then right, then you're gonna move to the right place naturally, right? Yeah. Like whether it's the conversation between two baby mothers, the conversation between you and a stepchild or whatever.
You and the father, you as the man, and you having that conversation with their
absolutely,
father.
Absolutely. When the idea is that we get to a supreme place, then all of that little knick-knack ass shit, it becomes irrelevant real easy. Yeah. It's like even like with fashion, like a lot of times when I cut a lot of stuff out, it's easy for me to see those things that easily trip me up, right? Because I already made up in my mind, I'm cutting it out. Like I'm cutting out the box, right? I'm cutting out cooch. I'm just saying. So if I'm out or if I'm getting ready to do something, I see the cooch call come through like, shit. Oh, you know what? If on a normal day, I might have took this cooch call, but I'm not even. I'm abstaining from cooch, and I can handle the business that I need to handle. And so that's the same thing with just walking in supreme spirituality, and especially when it comes to these kind of topics, like raising someone else's kids or two people from outside that don't even like each other but having to get along. When those are your ideas, and it only really take one. And I always put the pressure on people that I know to be that one person. You know what I'm saying? Because that makes the most sense. That's who I could touch. So you should be supreme in your spirituality, and then everything else should easily follow suit. Even the little stupid tricks that come after that. You know what I'm saying?
I think like in a perfect world, in a perfect world, like I watched this video that my girlfriend sent me, and it was two. They were previously married, and they were married to two different people now. And they sat down. Each of them wrote a letter to that other person. So the past husband wrote a letter to the new husband, and vice versa to the woman and the wife.
That's a good idea.
And I thought it was amazing. That's like when I say they were crying, like it was to me. It was like, wow. In a perfect world, this is how it's supposed to be. It was more so him thanking him for stepping in. Like, you know, I effed up with my marriage, and I thank you for showing my son how a real man is supposed to treat another person. It was amazing. It was like maybe like 6 or 7 minutes long, but the fact that how it was just brought about was like, you know, like this is how it's supposed to be. Like
absolutely,
you're supposed to be able to say, you know what, thank you for stepping in because it's hard being a parent. Or I appreciate you for
and it's just little things. It's little things that if you actually took the time to be an adult and say, for instance, I can't pick them up from football practice today. Damn. And whatever. His father got to work today. Let me call Erica. Let me call Vicky. Let me call Mark to see if he can. But when you got so much pride that you can't even do that, that's crazy to me.
Absolutely, because the saying goes, it takes a village, right? Yeah. So really, in the grand scheme of things, that extended family or those extended mates should be part of a village, right? Yeah. That's making everything a lot easier and it's been a lot of times like where you hover anger, right? Yeah. And really you kill the anger in like 10 words. You ever been mad at somebody, like super mad? And he was like, and they come up to you and be like, yeah, for real, my bad, yeah. And that's it. All that anger gone out the fucking window. Yeah. You was mad for 10 years. You can't even pinpoint what you mad about
anymore,
right? It became your nature. I don't
even like her. Well, why? What she do? I don't even. But you just don't like her.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just like, what is it? And you can't even tell what it is.
Yeah. Shout out to The Power of Positive Energy. That's a great read, by the way.
Amen. Yes. What is it called? The Power of Positive?
Power of Positive. Is it what? Power of Positive Thinking. I'm sorry.
Power of Positive Thinking.
I just
don't put that in my wish list.
Man, yeah, it's a real easy. It's a real easy read, real smooth, but it just bring it all the way back.
Okay, it's almost quitting time. So real quick, tell people where they can get tickets to the brunch.
And she wanted to some pointers, beauty industry pointers, and some things like that they wanted to discuss before we end.
And somebody just I'm looking on my phone. Somebody was like, who was available for cuffing season?
But can you at least flip the phone?
Oh damn! I'm asking for a friend. I'm asking for a friend. Hold on.
It's an imaginary
I'm asking for a friend now. They in my headphone. They in my headphone.
But tickets are sold at Palace Life Salon, 9171 Central Avenue, the Old Hampton Mall, inside of Kingdom Square. We do have them on Eventbrite, Beauty Brunch Bazaar. And you can just follow us, hit us up on Instagram, contact us.
The links are in
the links are in our profile. So, direct link to order a ticket. And that's it, but
slide in our DMs.
Yeah.
So what you
slide
outside of the beauty brand?
They say it's slide in the DM.
Have walking on.
Well, my hairline, L&S for Hair, will be launching our website on Monday, which I'm so excited. Yeah, really, really excited. It was a long journey. Very long journey. So
all the way to India journey.
All the way to India. But we got something in store for 2017.
Y'all got bundles on bundles on bundles.
It's even bigger. Yeah, so each ticket that's bought, you will the ticket is $30. You'll get $30 off of your deals at the
bundles.
That's you must attend, and you must, of course, have a ticket.
Okay.
So that's the thing. But yeah, $30 off.
Can you pay at the door?
No.
Okay.
Kinda, but no.
Tap somebody on the shoulder. Y'all get it. Y'all understand what they just said.
But you see us outside, give us a little wink.
Figure it out.
And then we'll meet you somewhere. Yeah.
Go ahead, talk in the mic, pretty hair.
That's our Indian PR. We got her straight from India.
No bundle. She got that Ashley Banks edition with the look at the baby head. Look at the back. Let me see the back of that neck. Can I see the back? What you doing a couple seasons, girl?
We did want to give you guys tickets.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Look at that. We always get gifts.
Thank you. They like us.
Thank
you.
Yeah, so hopefully you guys can make it.
So Lynette, what do you have going on?
I have She's Lovable, which is my brand. It's a women empowerment brand.
Cool.
And
that's what they that's what they got going on over here.
So
Absolutely.
It's all about loving she first.
Isn't she lovely?
I love that.
You
gotta
I think he has a door ADD.
I do.
Yeah,
she was with me though.
You have a website?
Yes, she'slovable.com.
She'slovable.com. Okay. Thank you guys so much.
Hold up. Wait. Don't we got an announcement to make?
Do we?
Hell yeah. We got that good old toy drive.
I wasn't sure if it was confirmed.
Everything is confirmed.
I sent you a text asking for an update, but like you do as every.
I already told you everything. I told you on the phone everything was stamped and ready to go. I said, get
I asked this one like 3 times. Vicky, is this date okay for you? She replies back today. Oh yeah, it's okay.
No, you asked
earlier
today.
Check your messages. I asked like 2 days ago.
But I answered.
Chat, you gonna be like boop boop boop.
She keep trying to group us up all the time. Right?
Yeah.
I answered.
Get on my nerves.
I answered you the next day. First of all, so what we got going on is our second annual. Now we can call it annual, right? Because we did it before. Second annual toy drive.
And holiday social.
Absolutely. Last year's toy drive was such a success. We got 5. What we got? 4 or 5 families.
Yeah, 5.
5 families.
5 families.
5 families.
Plus, we also had toys that we gifted to. What's the name of the women organization?
Oh yeah,
Shepherd's Cove.
No, we did where your mother was working.
It wasn't Salvation Army. I remember I took some stuff to the women's.
I don't remember.
House of Ruth.
Oh yeah, it is. Yep, that's exactly what it is. So we was able to like actually scratch off everything on these little kids' lists. And we had a lot of good sponsors. Shout out to Ally. Shout out to what's the California head? Emmett.
Emmett hooked us up.
Ricardo, Deshaun, Clover. We had a lot of good sponsors who came through and showed love. And so this time our goal is to double that. Nice. We want to reach 10 families. Where it's at? Red Rocks Cafe over on 8th Street. Yes. Yeah. So what it is a social. We got DJs to be announced. We're going to have a good old time, have a couple of drinks. Y'all bring y'all toys. We're going to do it just like that.
And a website to do your donations, it'll be set up tomorrow. So if you cannot attend the drive, you can always donate online. And the link, we'll blast the link tomorrow. And then along with the flyer. And then if you bring a toy, you get it free. If you don't, we're asking for a donation at the door. And that donation will go towards purchasing clothes, shoes, and stuff. Like we actually go out and go shopping for these
absolutely.
kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
So actually, Covenant House emailed us when we got responded. They want to know how many kids we gonna take this year.
Yeah, I bet they do.
Yeah. So
we gonna start off. We gonna put it in the air that we gonna take 8 right now. And then if we get more, we'll take more.
So that's it. Where can they follow you? What's your social media?
Miss MS Healthy Hair. That's it.
AKA
Sexy Lacy with Lacy.
Sexy Lacy with the Gap with the Gucci strap. Bars. I be having bars.
He been waiting to say that all night.
I got bars. What you don't understand is I got bars.
That was brewing. What's your Instagram? Where can they find? Because you already told us.
Sierra Brooks PR. That's CIARABROOKS.
You need a good public relations extraordinaire. This is who you hit up.
Diamonds.
Ashley Banks with the neck on swank.
Make sure you follow us on spillingthe.e.a on Instagram, Spill the Tea Radio Show on Facebook, Spill the Tea Show on Twitter. Be on the lookout for the flyer. We're gonna post that tomorrow, along with the link so you can go and do your online donations. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great night.